you're putting people to sleep. And that isn't what you want to achieve, I hope. Putting people to sleep is the result of treating research reports as academic publications instead of as marketing material. Unless your research reports are grabbing people's attention and getting them to take action, they are not valuable. Treat them as marketing material for the product that is your research. Use marketing frameworks to build them, like AIDA, for example. AIDA is a simple formula followed by marketers to hold your attention throughout their message. You can think of it as a 4-step journey. The journey always begins with grabbing attention, and this is where you get people to stop checking Instagram. Marketers do this by being catchy. Remember that gorilla advertisement that Cadbury ran? That was a marketer grabbing your attention. No one is going to finish this 4-step journey if they don't give you any attention. Now, you may not want to bring a primate to your report presentations. Cowardly, but I understand. But you can still grab attention. Just give them the ending immediately, without giving the details of how you reach them. Just tell people your conclusions. Just make sure that you connect these conclusions in the context of a larger business goal. Another important tip here, grabbing your stakeholders' attention is not a one-time event. You can and should bring their attention to your research at all possible times by bringing research into relevant discussions like informal product meets at the water cooler. Once marketers have your attention, they will generate your interest in what they have to offer. Once Ford has your attention with the giant gorilla grabbing their truck, they generate interest by visually showing you how unbreakable it is. You start generating interest in your work by mentioning how it helps the bottom line. If your stakeholders really care about revenue, mention how your insights will benefit the company's revenue before going into any other details. Interest's more emotional sibling is desire. This is why marketers make sure that you feel a deep need to get their products. The way you would generate interest is often close to the way that you would generate desire, except that for interest, you're appealing to the rational mind of your audience, and desire is more emotion focused. So while you're generating interest by mentioning how your research findings tie with the bottom line, you generate desire by telling your stakeholders how much money they are losing because of the problem you just discovered. Okay, you've grabbed attention, you have your stakeholders' interest, and they have a desire to use your work. Time for the final push. The last piece of the puzzle is to get your audience to take some action. Subscribe to a newsletter about vacuum cleaners, or buy a vacuum cleaner, or install a vacuum cleaning game. Your stakeholders need to know exactly what they're supposed to do if they like your work. If your research passes through the clutter of information they're bombarded with, it must also push them to make changes. I know UX researchers tend to shy away from providing action steps. I get that it feels better to just provide all your findings and let stakeholders do with it what they may, but that approach is flawed. You are afraid of providing biased suggestions, so you decide not to provide any, but your stakeholders are probably as, if not more, biased and completely unaware of it, and so they might end up making terrible conclusions. Include your suggestions in the report and be open to listening to any concerns against them. I'll see you next week. With love, Lupana. Do not, under any circumstances, bring in a primate to your presentations.